Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Welcome to our online learning initiative, Ekalaiva. Today, we are going to learn a lesson from the book Braintree English Literature Reader. The name of the lesson is The Wonderful Weaver. Let's see the introduction of the lesson, The Wonderful Weaver. The Wonderful Weaver is a story from Greek mythology. Arachne is a talented weaver who is so proud of her skill that she challenges Athena, the goddess of wisdom and crafts, to a weaving contest. Arachne loses the contest and Athena turns Arachne into a spider. Before entering into the lesson, let's see the meanings of few new words. Loom. It is a machine for weaving cloth. It has wooden beams fixed in a place to form a frame to hold threads. Weaver. He is a weaver. A weaver makes or spins threads together to make cloth. Spinning. Look at the video. The weaver is making thread from cotton or some other material. This process is called spinning. Weaving. Look at this video. The weaver is making cloth from thread. This process is called weaving. Let's read and understand the lesson. Once upon a time, there was a young girl in Greece. She was called Arachne. She sat at her loom all day long, spinning and weaving. The meaning of the word loom is a machine for weaving cloth. The meaning of the word spinning is making thread from cotton or some other material. The meaning of the word weaving is to make thread into cloth. Long ago, there lived a young girl in Greece. Her name was Arachne. She sat at her loom all the day and she was spinning and weaving. And oh, how fine and fair was the cloth she made on her loom! People came from all over to see her work. Everyone said only Arachne could weave such soft and bright cloth. The meaning of the word fair is beautiful. The cloth she made was very fine and fair. People from other places of the world came to see her work. Everyone appreciated Arachne and said only she could weave such soft and bright cloth.
But all this praise made Arachne very proud. No one else can weave so beautifully in the whole world, she boasted. Even the goddess Athena cannot spin and weave like me. The meaning of the word boasted is talked highly of herself. All this praise made her very proud and she started to boast that nobody in the world could weave as beautifully as she could, even the goddess Athena. Athena was the goddess of wisdom and crafts. She could stitch and weave excellently. The meaning of the word wisdom is good sense and cleverness. Athena, the goddess of wisdom and crafts, and the one who is good at stitching and weaving.
Saying this, she looked up from her loom. She saw a beautiful, tall young woman standing before her. The grey eyes of the woman were very bright.
When she was saying that, a beautiful, tall young woman appeared in front of her. Her eyes were grey and bright. are you? What is your name? Asked Arachne. Arachne asked the beautiful woman who she was and what her name was. Arachne, said the woman, I am Adina. I have heard your boast. Do you think you can spin and weave better than I can? The beautiful woman replied that she was Athena and she said that she had heard her boast. She asked whether Arachne could spin and weave better than her. Indeed, I do, said Arachne. Can you spin fine threads like these? Can you weave cloth soft and bright as mine? Even though she knew that the woman is the goddess of wisdom and craft, she said confidently that she could do, and she challenged whether the goddess could weave cloth as soft and bright as how she does. These lines says that Arachne is very proud of herself and she is ready to challenge even the goddess.
Athena was very angry when she heard this. We will both weave a piece of cloth on our looms, she said. Let the great god Zeus be the judge. Athena became angry when she heard what Arachne said, and she said that they would have the contest of weaving and both would weave a piece of cloth in their loom, and she said further that the great god Zeus would be the judge. If he says, your work is better than mine, I shall stop weaving forever. But if I'm better, you have to stop. I agree, said Arachne. Athena said, whoever lost the contest should stop weaving forever. Arachne said that she agreed to that.
Arachne started weaving under a tree, and Athena wove in the sky. Zeus sat among the clouds and looked on. Arachne was weaving under a tree, and Athena was weaving in the sky. The great god Zeus sat among the clouds and watched them. Arachne wove a piece of cloth that was very fine. It could almost float in the air. The colors were also very beautiful, and Zeus himself was surprised. The cloth woven by Arachne was very fine, even it could almost float in the air. The colors she used to weave the cloth was so beautiful and it surprised Zeus. Then Athena began to weave. She took thread from the sunbeams, the snow, and the clouds. She wove beautiful pictures of flowers and gardens, castles and towers, and mountains and rivers. Now the goddess Athena started to weave. She took threads from the sunbeams, the snow, and the clouds. The cloth she made was with beautiful pictures of flowers and gardens, castles and towers, and mountains and rivers. People saw it and were filled with wonder and delight. They forgot all about Arachne's beautiful cloth. The meaning of the word wonder is surprise. People wondered about Athena's work and felt very happy. As Athena's work was the best, all forgot about Arachne's beautiful cloth. Zeus declared that Athena was the winner. The meaning of the word declared is announced the result. Finally, Zeus declared that Athena was the winner and Arachne lost the contest. Arachne herself was ashamed and afraid when she saw Adina's cloth. She hid her face in her hands and wept. Arachne felt ashamed and she closed her face in her hands and cried.
Athena knew that Arachne would never be happy if she did not weave and spin.
Athena knew that Arachne would never be happy if she stopped spinning and weaving. She told Arachne, I know only spinning and weaving will make you happy. Athena said to Arachne that she knew only spinning and weaving would make her happy. I will help you so that you can carry on with your work. The meaning of the word carry on is continue. She decided to help her to carry on with her work. Athena touched Arachne with the tip of her spear. At once, Arachne changed into a spider. She ran into a shady place in the grass. Athena changed Arachne into a spider. She crawled towards a shady place in the grass. Merrily, she began to spin and weave a beautiful web. This is why spiders can weave beautiful webs to this day. The meaning of the word merrily is happily or cheerfully. The meaning of the word to this day is even now. She began to spin and weave a beautiful web happily. This is how spiders spin webs even now.
Hope you have enjoyed the lesson. To receive our online lessons, please press the subscribe button and you will get the recent updates. Thank you.